I'm Mathew Gilliat-Smith. I'm CEO of Fortium Technologies, and we're here at HPA talking about MediaSeal, which is a file encryption at rest solution. The issue in post-production is all about working on the full asset. You've got the full ProRes file, you're doing sound editing, picture editing, you're doing localization, and it's a question of how do you work with that file in a method that's going to protect you and protect all the vendors that are working with you. And it's been a challenge in the industry for a long time because working with encrypted assets and having full compatibility is really difficult to get. So what we did was we developed MediaSeal as a solution, and it's working as a file system filter driver. So at a high level, what it's doing is encrypting the assets with access control by individual file and individual user. And so we could have 10 people working in a room together, and they all have shared access, but only the person that you designate to work on that file will have access. And really that's what it's all about. So making sure that you can say, right, this guy's going to work on it from Friday for a 12-hour slot. You could have sent the file, you could have changed your mind, you can roll the time forward, roll it back, you can onboard people, take people off. And increasingly studios are finding that security is getting much worse. Concerns about security is getting much worse. And last year we had all sorts of leaks. The threat of security is all about accidental distribution. I think something like 30% of the worst breaches come from human error. The second is the cyber threat, where you have ransomware, you have malware, where people are spidering in, trying to get content. They then hold you to ransom, or they're going to leak it. And then you've got pure theft, where someone from the outside is paying someone on the inside to steal content. And so in all of those issues, you need to have a secure method of encryption. And what this does, it means that you can work in your content quite happily. The post supervisors, the editors, the sound people continue doing their normal job, and all they have to do is to get access control by entering the password, authenticate against the server, and it's all about a very easy workflow. The most important thing is not to disrupt the workflow, not to add time, and that's what MediaSeal does. And we've been used on a lot of the big new TV shows, a lot of the big Academy Awards films, and a lot of new titles which are coming out. And really, it's all about education, because content security is, something that used to be a kind of an optional, nice to have. Now it's a must-have, frankly, because there are too many breaches, and every time there's a leak or a near leak, it's very expensive. There's bad reputation, there is, physical loss, there's takedown, and it costs people a lot of money. But I think the issue is it has to come from the top. It has to come from the people in the boardroom who say, you know what, we're going to do security, we're going to add it as a budgeted line item on each production. And then it's a tick box, people just do it. At the moment, what tends to happen is you have people saying, well, it's not my budget, and it's someone else's job. And so MediaSeal is really designed to solve all those problems, and it's getting a lot of attention.